We are live. Okay. YouTube, need to work on this. Anyway, right. PlayStation did their state of play yesterday, and it wasn't first of all noticed by some of the streamers who were doing it, but not only is Microsoft Flight Sim coming to PlayStation, at some point, they haven't announced, I don't think when, I couldn't see the information anyway, that it's getting PSVR 2 support. And it got me thinking because I think it's a massive win for VR in general. It's not, I mean, it's a massive win for PlayStation for the fact that it almost looked like they were almost not going to bother anymore. Whereas this suggests, I know it isn't a PlayStation title, but it suggests not only are PlayStation still interested in PSVR 2 and like VR in general, but Microsoft still are supporting, which, I mean, let's face it, they've not made a headset. The only headset they've made is the collab they've done with the MetaQuest 3S, which, I mean, isn't, it's not help really. It's just a nice colour and nice idea of being able to play Microsoft Cloud Gaming on the go or on a big screen, like on the go. Which, yeah, it's got its plus points. But would we like to see Microsoft release an actual headset? Of course. I don't think that's happening anytime soon. I question how many more Xboxes we're going to get. But the fact that it's coming to PSVR 2, I think it's a massive win. It looks really good for everyone because not only does it prove that game, I know it's being run on a PlayStation, but that game can run on a non-PC headset with VR. It's just a massive like thing when you think about it. Like how positive that is because it's been looking negative, and some of the things obviously the last couple of days with Meta doing their Connect and not really doing anything to do with VR whatsoever, which was, I'm not gonna lie, I was disappointed. They've always been the one who have pushed everyone else, so you need competition. This is why I always get annoyed when people are upset that people want a Pico headset or a Play for Dream headset or a PSVR 2 headset. Like, competition is good because it pushes them, and if no one else is competing, that's when you're going to struggle. No one's, if Meta have got no one to compete with, they're not going to go anywhere either. I always think back to when Pico 4 released. I think that pushed Meta to release the next two headsets that they did to try and compete or to basically drown them or push them out of the water, and fact that PlayStation are doing this because they must have had to put on work and effort into this as well. It won't have just been Microsoft. This is a collaboration between the two. But it does. You start to question, like, if it can run on a PlayStation 5 and 5 Pro, well, surely it can run on an Xbox Series X. And would we then see the collaboration of the Xbox 3S make more sense. I think it's all really positive, and I just wanted to do another live stream because I'm trying to get back into this, but I wanted to just discuss how there's no way I can spin this that's a bad thing. You know, apart from the fact that obviously it's on PlayStation and it's not on Xbox. But it just means you don't... I think it's proven you don't need a PC to run some of the high-end games. Yes, you need a PlayStation, but it's a real positive for the chance of other things like the Decade and some of the newer headsets that are coming out that might be able to link more with not potentially just a PC. But I can see a future where consoles are used as the extra push, because this surely must be the biggest PC title to have hit the PlayStation, like VR wise. I can't think of another one that's this big. I mean, graphically, it's a bit like getting, I don't know, Half-Life Alyx, if that was ported over to the PlayStation, that would be another massive win. Can you imagine? Because I assumed the PlayStation was good, and that it could power so much, but to run a game like, I mean, we haven't seen whether it's how higher graphical fidelity that they're actually going to expect. But I would have assumed it'd be high settings. You know, probably not 5080 like this, but decent. And then it gets you starting to think about things like GeForce Now and the potential of running that in the cloud, like running games. I know it's been done in the past, and I've always been like, no, you can't do it. It's not possible. There's so many factors that need to be in place. But I do think there's potential of something like, I mean, you've got to think the GeForce Now is running a 5080 now. So even if they dropped it down to like let's say 2080, there's still decent graphics in the cloud, which would hopefully be able to, I mean, it's all about the frame rate, isn't it? That's the problem. And it's always been the problem when it comes to cloud gaming. Even when back in the Stadia there, like, it's a push, but I can see in a couple of years' time, us being able to do it. And it'd be interesting what kind of magic PlayStation is doing to get it running. So yeah, I just thought it was worth a chat with you guys. If anyone wants to throw in a comment, let me know what you guys are thinking. Was anyone else impressed with anything else that the State of Play came yesterday? Because I noticed that Gran Turismo is getting a big update, which again is another plus for PlayStation VR too. I always forget to add the 2. But I think that's a massive plus as well. And yes, we're not getting endless amounts of games, but I mean, how many? This is going to sound quite bad now. How many of the Quest games need to be ported to the PlayStation to get people to buy one? Because I would argue there's not that many. And that they should actually be going for some of the big PC VR titles if they can run. Hey Zane, how's it going? If they can run something like Flight Simulator, that just proves that they can run most VR games. So it would really be interesting to see them get something like, I think Half-Life Alyx obviously is the benchmark. If they manage to get that running on a PlayStation, I mean, obviously there's been news and rumours that someone's managed to get it running on the Quest 3. So it wouldn't surprise me if it ran fine on PlayStation. I think that's what PlayStation should be doing. They should be targeting those types of games, because I think those types of games are the things that PlayStation users would expect to be playing in VR. Half-Life 1 and 2 on the PS5, yeah, I think it's a real positive. After the other day, I felt really down after the Kinect. Just to the fact that without Meta pushing VR, someone else has to step in, and I see all these other headsets coming out, and they're all fantastic. I mean, the Play for Dream headset is insanely good for PC VR. Not so much for standalone. You can do some things to get games to work on it, but I don't know how legal they are. But it does show that it's quite easy to get companies to port their games over to it. I mean, if you can do it just on the software alone that someone has created somewhere, I won't get too much into those details because that's a tricky one. But it shows that those games are easy to port over to the Play for Dream library, which like, why wouldn't you put them on the store? You're just reaching another audience. If it doesn't take that much effort to do it, but the screens, I mean, the screen on the Play for Dream is just, I don't know how to explain like how good it looks, but like the icons of the some of the games that I've put on the headset are just, the icons alone look beautiful. It's really impressive. Which is, I also think, I mean, that headset is a massive win for PC. Eye tracking. It's a shame that the Pico 4 Ultra doesn't have eye tracking, because I think that would make that headset the ultimate headset. And I think if you could have just put it in and charged, I don't know, £100 more, people would have bought it. But I don't know how much value or cost it costs to put something like that in a headset, and whether it's worthwhile. But they had it in the Pro. It would have made I think the extra bit of difference. But I mean, look, the Pico 4 Ultra is probably my favourite headset out of all of them. Because of the trackers and the feeling of like you are more immersed in a game because of the trackers. Like if you play the Premier League, the Rizzles Premier League game, they've only got a demo using the feet trackers, but you actually feel like you're kicking the ball. I mean, haptics would have been even more insane, but I think that might be for the next one. But those trackers really make that headset like come alive. I know a lot of people moaned and said because it doesn't have different lenses or display to the Pico 4 that there was no point, but there is a big difference between the Pico 4 and the Pico 4 Ultra. Like, in my opinion, I know a lot of people would argue that there isn't. I need to move this because I keep playing with it, but this is the screwdriver that I'm going to be using for my next video on fixing this thing. If you want to subscribe to see that video, and wish me luck because I'm worried about doing that. Yeah. So I just think it's really. I think when I saw it yesterday, it was just such a positive like way to end the week. To see a game like that come into a console that you can then play on your headset. Can you imagine if they got if they put movies on there as well? Like how much of a difference that'd make. I can't believe they haven't, to be honest. And obviously, I think Quest 3 had announced that they're looking at partnering with Disney in some sort of way to be able to play 3D movies, but which I think is cool, and I think it needs to be done. It would be nice because I think honestly I prefer. There's another one. I prefer watching movies on the Pico 4 Ultra and now the Play for Dream MR because that looks insane when you watch a movie on that. The only problem I've found is the Play for Dream app, the video app, isn't great, and I've had issues with the only other video app that's on there, which is Moon VR. I can't get that to work with my USB stick. No matter how many times I try. I've tried uninstalling it, tried reinstalling it, tried refreshing it, I tried clearing the everything. But it does not. I don't think I've ever gotten it to work with Moon VR, to be honest, on any of the headsets. I know it's a beta option, but I don't think I've ever gotten it to work at all, which is weird. Because 4X VR does it no problem. And that is the app that sets videos apart for me, in my opinion. I really, really hope that comes to the Play for Dream because that would make that headset a viable thing just for watching movies. And I know that sounds stupid that you pay that much for a headset just to watch movies. But they look insane. And if you like 3D movies, which honestly, until I started watching videos in VR, like 3D movies in VR, I never really appreciated it at the cinema. I remember going to see, I think it was Harry Potter, the second to last one. We had to go and see it in 3D, and that's a dark movie anyway, but it was so dark with the glasses on that I literally, for the first 20 minutes, I couldn't actually see anything. So, having watched that again on the Pico 4, with 4X VR, it's insane. Such a good, clear option. But yeah, I'm really, I can't wait for this to come out on the PlayStation, because I haven't really used my PlayStation VR that much apart from playing Gran Turismo, which I can't wait to try the new update. But I cannot wait to see what they've done with Flight Sim in on the PlayStation in PSVR 2. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. And if anyone who's showing up, Zane, thank you for showing up. I really appreciate it. These videos are sort of starting to do okay. It's going to take a while to get people to realise I'm doing more live streaming. But if you've come across and you're new, subscribe. And anyone who has come across and always is here, like Zane, thank you very much for joining, and I really appreciate it. Really do. And that was it. So thank you very much, guys, for watching, and I'll see you in the next one, which it's either going to be a video tomorrow or it'll be a live stream tomorrow. I'm going to try and schedule them more, because I do need to do that so people know whether I'm going live or not. That probably does help. Like, the only people who know about it are the ones who it's popping up on and like, oh, like, didn't know. So I will start scheduling them in. But it'll be usually about this time, and it'll be trying to do it every night. But I'm going to be doing another video. I will try and maybe live stream doing this rather than just doing a video, because I feel like it'll be worth doing, seeing my pain as it all goes wrong. So thanks for watching, guys. Catch you in the next one. Goodbye.